Good day. So we finished up with our elevations. And so now what we're going to do is work on getting a foundation for our house. So I'm going to copy our house here. You can leave those. It's fine. It doesn't matter. And just paste it out here somewhere. And what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take a polyline and I'm going to go all the way around it. And I'm going to the stud line. I'm not going to the siding line. Going to go all the way around just like this. Okay, and then I'm going to close it. All right, I'm going to highlight that line and I'm going to highlight these front few lines on my covered porch. I'm going to go ahead and highlight this stoop on the back. And I'm going to copy those. No, I'm just going to move them. I'm going to move those over to the side. Okay, now I have basically a footprint of the house. I'm going to copy my wall here, and I'm going to make all of just that one. Actually, yes, that one. That one should go right up against the house. I didn't realize that it was off there, just like that. Okay. I'm going to highlight these up in the front here, and I'm going to turn those to hidden. And that way, that means that they're above this. I'm going to go to offset. I'm going to type in 8 inches. And I'm going to offset this inside 8 inches, just like that. Okay. Now I'm going to give myself a footing. So I'm going to hit offset again. And I'm going to hit 8. And I'm going to offset outward 8 inches and inward 8 inches. I'm going to highlight the most inner line and the most outer line, and I'm going to make them also hidden. So here is now our footing for our house. The only thing we need to do is put a footings in for our posts. So go to your blocks. You've already got this drawn up, and drop in your 2-foot footing, or 2x2 footing, should I say. You can copy it or you can keep pulling it in from the blocks. I kind of like to copy it. It makes it a little bit easier and faster just to paste it, each one of those. Okay. All right, that's done now. I'm going to go to my hatch and I'm going to find concrete. Actually, let me do something first. I'm going to go to hatch and change the properties to hatch. Then I'm going to go to hatch and hit concrete. And I just want to pull out where I can see everything in there. I'm just going to click inside that one line right there. And that gives us, and hit enter, and that gives us a concrete look across through there. I'm going to do it again, and I'm going to go right inside here and there. So that way I have concrete in there as well. All right, so I need to find the center line of this building here on the longest side. So I'm just going to click there, and I'm just going to click inside there, and I guess I could turn that back to wall. And I'm going to make that a girder. Okay, so now I have a girder, and I'm going to extend that all the way out to the other wall here. All right, so I'm going to create a beam pocket in here. So I'm gonna go to rectangle, and I'm just gonna put it out here. And the beam pocket should be, let me think. So if we put an LVL, 2 LVLs, that'll be 3.5 inches. Let's make it 4.5. No, it'll be 4 inches on the X side and 4.5. No, it won't. It'll be 4 and 4. 4.5 and 4.5. Okay, 4.5 by 4.5. And I'm going to move that. And I'm going to put it right there. Now I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to get rid of my concrete inside there. And I'm going to shorten my girder line. Now that I have that, I'm going to copy this and I'm going to put it over on the other side because I'll have a beam pocket over there as well. And I'm going to extend the girder line out to there. Also, I need to highlight this one and I need to trim out the concrete that's on the inside of that. All right, so I'm going to go to my offset and I'm going to type in 1.75 and I'm going to offset this in both directions, just like that. I'm going to go to match. I'm going to grab that inner line there and I'm going to change those over. So now I have a double girder here. I could show this line as the center of the girder, but instead I want to show it as a center line. Okay, so I need to come back over here to my little box here, and I need to type in, I need to go to offset and type in 1, and I'm going to offset my little box here. 1, no, maybe not. I'm going to go to 0.5. There we go. And I'm going to cut my beam back to there, and I'm going to get rid of this. And I'm going to put myself a line on the end of that thing. Now I'm going to trim this line. That's what I should have. Let's do the same thing to the other side. So I'm going to offset. I've already got a 1/2 inch in there. Click on my box. And I'm going to do something. I'm going to show you a little different. I'm going to trim this. I'm going to trim that. No, I'm not even there. Don't want to trim that. Sorry. Don't want to trim that. I want to trim this. And then I can trim this as well. So now I have pretty much the same thing on both sides. Now I need to decide what I'm going to, I need to, I can't span this all the way from one end to the other. So I need to put a pier footing in here. And so let's figure out what size we're going to need. So I need to, and remember that I can figure out for my, I can figure that for free span. So I'm going to go down to the builder, the building planning, or the code books, what I'm trying to think of. And I want to go to chapter 6. Let me close that. Wall construction. Make sure you're in the newest version, May 2024. Roll down until we get to the beams. Okay, keep on going. Now we're here. We have one floor only, and that's what we want. We want to figure out, okay, so the span, we need to figure out how wide our house is. So come back over here, and our house is 24 foot wide, out to out. Okay, so we're going to have to use the 26. All right, so I said that I had a 18 and 8 inch free span. I'm going to take 18 feet, 8 inch. I'm going to divide it by 2, see what I got. 9'4". So I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to see if anything in here will be 9'4". Well, I can do a 10-2 with 4 2x12s. And I'm using an LVL, so I need to go over to the LVL chart, not this. Well, no, that'll work because that's equivalent to, well, let's just do it just to see. So I'm going to type in LVL span table. And I don't see the one that I want. Of course not. Let me open this up over here, and I will put this in the Moodle on your page as well. And I know you can't see what I'm doing right now. I'm on the other screen. Okay. All right. So this is what I'm opening up. And like I say, I will save this on Moodle for you as well. Just make it a little bit bigger where we can read it. All right. So I'm needing to figure out for this. And I don't like the idea of, going all the way 18 feet. So let's look in here at this. This is continuous floor. This is simple span. So just roll down here. So this will be a continuous floor and this will be a simple span. We're going to be doing a simple span on this one. Now let's do a continuous floor. We'll do a continuous floor, Joyce, and I'll explain that. So continuous floor, and half of that was 9 foot and 4 inches. So I can use on a 24 feet, I can come down here to 10. So I have a 9.25 inch high LVL that I can use for 10 feet. So all I need is one pier in the middle of this thing. So I'm going to go over here and I'm going to grab actually, let's do it a masonry pier. Okay, so I'm just going to make a rectangle and I'm going to go 16 by 16. I'm going to move that. I want to touch on it so that I find my center and then find the center of my beam there, just like that. Okay, I'm going to go back to my hatch and I'm going to add some concrete to that, just on the sides. And I should have switched over to hatch, but I didn't. There. Okay. And I'm going to get rid of these lines here. All right. Now go find your 36-inch footing. I'm missing a lot here. I'm in the favorites. Well, I'll go over to the current then. I know I've got it in there, surely. Yeah, there we go. Okay, 36-inch footing. And go back to that center, just drop it in right there. Why do we need 36-inch footing here is because a lot of the house is going to be resting directly onto this. So we want to make sure that it is nice and sturdy there. Okay, so remember that this is just below the that's the way it's going to look. In other words, our beam is set down into that pocket, and we're going to put our joists running right over top of it, continuous, and we're going to use TJIs on that. So we need to kind of figure that out. So we have a free span of 11 foot to a quarter. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here, back up, and go open up the I-joist chart. And see what we've got in here. So here are the different looks that we have. I kind of tend to want to stay with the smaller one if possible, but maybe not. What did I say that was? 12 or 14 foot? I believe it was. From edge of the beam to the edge of that, it's 14.2 1/4. Okay, so we've got a simple span. It's a little bit bigger. All right, so we have no attached ceiling. This is going to be in the crawl space, so we're not going to have any attached ceiling, but we do want bigger OSB. So we're going to go down and we're going to find, there you go, 23 30-seconds, which is equivalent to 3/4 plywood. And if I put them 16 inches on center, I can span 15 1 with a 11 and 7/8 depth of the LPI 18, which was 2.5 inches wide. All right, so I'm going to get rid of this, and I'm going to go to a construction line. I'm going to go vertical. I'm going to put it uh, right on the corner there, and I'm going to offset that 1.75. So what this is going to be, this will be a header. This will be an LVL header that will go all the way around. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and let's see. Wait a minute. You know what I can do? I've told you wrong. I'm going to do something different. I'm going to go to offset and I'm going to go 1.75, enter. Since this is still a polyline, bam. That's all I had to do. So now I've got my band that's going to go all the way around. Now I'm going to go back to construction line and I'm going to go vertical. And basically, I need to find out where 16 inches is. So remember when we lay off half of what we have. So we have 2.25. I'm sorry. We want the piece of wood to fall in the center of a 16 inch. So we take 16 inches and we take half of our width of our joist away from it. So we got 16, we're going to take one away from it. That'll be 15. And then we also have a half, quarter is half of that. So we're going to take another quarter off of that. So we're going to have 14.75 inch. Okay, so I'm going to offset that. I can get rid of this line now. Now I'm going to offset 2.5. And I'm going to clean it up. Just like so. All right. So I'm going to highlight both of these and I'm going to offset that 16 inches, 32 inches, 48 inches. Okay, I've got those. All right, so I can do that again. 16, 32, 48. All right, so now I'm up here at this beam now, and I want to mirror that to the other side. Okay, so it's all good. I don't need to clean it up or anything. So I'm going to highlight both of these now. And I'm going to go to path array. I'm going to click on that center line right there. Don't need that many. So I'm going to go up here and I'm going to put between 16 inches, hit tab, and exit. Got them drawn. Okay. If you'll notice, these are kind of put into a block. If you click on one, they're all together. So you can basically, you can click on those and you can explode those. And now they're individual ones, and that's okay. Couple of things I want to do. Actually, yeah, a couple of things. I don't know which would be easier. Sometimes I amaze myself. Let's highlight that and get rid of it. Concrete there. And so let's go back into concrete. And the reason being, uh, let's trim off these first. Just makes it look better and more understanding. Then I can go to the other side and clean those up as well. I don't want to clean up my footing lines because they are hidden anyway. So that will be fine. So now I'm going to go back to my concrete and I'm going to fill in just where is seen only from above. Now, because I moved it just then, it may, no, it didn't. I was thinking it wouldn't. Sometimes it doesn't like being moved in the middle of hatching and it doesn't want to read the boundaries very well. There. Nice. Looks really good. Okay, so what else we got to do? We are going to just put in some uh, dimensions. I need to clean this up. That always throws one of these outside. I don't know why it does that, but just get rid of that. So I go linear, and I'm going to lay this out just like that. Go around the corner. I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I need to let them know where in the world the center of that thing is, even though that we know it's in the center, it might not be. Okay. So I'm going to drop that there. I'm going to go up and hit continue, drop that one in, and then I'm going to give me an overall all the way from one side to the other, just like that. I need to also, I need to tell where this is, where the footing is. Everything goes to the outside of the wall. We never go to the inside of the wall. So I'm just going to drop that there. I'm going to hit my continue, and I'm going to go again to the outside of the wall, just like so. I'm going to finish this one up here. So I'm going to go to the outside. Actually, I want to go to the opposite direction. Actually, let me check one thing. I think these parameters may not be set up the way they should be. Da, 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 Over dimension line with leader. Well, it didn't do what it was supposed to do for some reason. Everything else is correct. But then let's try it again. This time I'm gonna go the opposite way because I want the leader to be to the outside. Okay. It's not what that setting is that I just said should have actually been this. I don't know why it is doing what it's doing. Okay, then here I'm going to go to the center and then I'm going to continue all the way down through here. Now, see, it did it right that time. Now, why did it do it over here? I don't know. Okay. I need to also give a side dimension. And yes, we do it on both sides. Ah, drop that prematurely. And do a continue. Okay. And I need to, I'm going to hit my continue, but this time I'm going to go select and I'm going to select this end here where I can just drop it onto this side. There. Two more and I'm done. There. Now I need to figure out what's going to happen for these, for the porch here, the deck, Well, I guess it is the front porch. What I'm going to do is I'm going to change back over. I can't believe I just put all of those, every one of those are under the hatch line. Yep. So let me go grab those right quick and fix that. Sometimes when I'm doing this and I'm talking, I tend not to think about what I'm doing and I get screwy. So those need to be dimension lines. And I need to pull these two above. Okay, so that it sometimes it'll do that. It doesn't like to be pulled above. So what you have to do is bring above objects, and then you just highlight all the objects. Now it'll bring it above those. Okay, so I'm going to go to line, and I'm going to show my center line here. I'm going to change that to girder, and I'm going to copy that to each one of these. I have a 6 foot span there, and I have a 12 foot 8 span on this one. So let's go back over to the code book. No, it's not the code book. That's the code book. Well, where's the code book? What did I do? I've lost my code book. There it is. All right, so I want to go to back to that 4, 5, 6 rather. 6. And I want to go down to that same one that we were looking at again a minute ago. This one. No, I'm sorry. Not the same one. This one. This is what we need here. Okay. And we our building span is going to be 12 foot 8. So we can stay within the 20. All right. However, on a deck, we have to have a 40-pound dead load. So we have to run to this one. So we'll go to this 20 here. And we said that it is 6 foot long. So I'm going to go down through here until I find something that's 6 foot. Okay, so I can use two 2x10s right there. Okay, that's good to know. I'm going to go ahead and put me a note in there. 2x10. Come on. 2x10. Beams with 2x2 ledgers. Okay. All right, I want to click on that and I want to make it centered. It always looks better if you leave it centered there, just like that. Okay. And I think I'm just going to take this outside. Give me more room inside. I need to talk about these posts here too, so I'm going to put a leader on those. And this particular one is a 6x6 pressure treated post on 24 by 24 by 12 concrete footing with number 4 rebar at, nope, I knew it was going to do that, at 8 inches on center each way. Okay, again, I need to make that justify center. You can't make that center up here in the, I don't know why they don't allow you to do that. Don't need that anymore. So I'm going to, I can do one of two things. I'll show you what I can do. Not erase it, just for sure. All right, so I'm going to put it in right here. And I'm going to point to this one. And I'm going to add another leader and point to this one. But this time I'm going to move this up here, just like that. Then I can copy that and move it down here. Make sure it always touches what you're trying to discuss there. Now, I want to make me a little sign. So I'm going to go back to leader. And I'm going to just click and pull straight down. And I'm going to say, oh, I need to go figure out what size we're going to use. And never mind. I know we can use 8s. So I'm going to just stop right there and I'm going to type in 2 by 8. Nope. Got to put my landing there. Well, come on, you stupid thing. There. 2 by 8 floor joists at 16 inches on center. Okay, I'm going to highlight that and I'm going to come down here and I'm going to turn the rotation to 90 degrees and then I'm going to have to move it off of it. Okay, I can move that back so it's a little closer, like so. And I'm going to add another leader to it in the opposite direction. I'm going to highlight that, make sure it's centered. And then I'm going to copy it. Okay, it's too big. Look at that noise. Okay, so I'm going to get rid of this one and just adjust this one. Double click on that. I'm going to hit the joist and I'm going to put it like that. Okay, and then I'm going to move this in. I'm going to have to move that because that's going to disappear. There. Just like that. I don't like for it to touch. I just like for it to be in there like that. And I'm going to drop it over here as well. So I got those in here. So they will know that this is going to be 2 by 8s all the way from one to the other. And of course, my wife texts me that she's on her way. Okay. All righty. So I need to also put in a note on the outside here. And I need to say 2 by 10 pressure treated band. No, I'm sorry, that's an end joist. Well, here, while we got that, let's just copy that and put it right here. Nope, it's going to snap in the wrong place. There. And just click on the wall there somewhere. I can lower this one if I need to. Give some more room to that. Now, I'm going to double click on that. And I'm going to change this to end joist. Yeah. So, and that should only be one. So I can delete that. 2 by 10 band, pressure treated band. Okay, so I got my end joist. I got my beams with 2 by 2 ledgers on that. That is great. Let's go and do some notes inside. I'm going to click right here and I'm going to pull over here to about somewhere in that neighborhood. And I'm going to say would I I joists nope. I'm going to start. I always start out with pre-engineered wood eye joists with all specs by the manufacturer at 16 inches on center. Okay, highlight that and center it. Make sure your background is on. And let's add a leader to it going to the other side. There. Now you can go back and center this if you want to. It looks a little bit more professional if you do that. Okay. We don't need to add one to the other side because all of these are going to be the same. We'll go to add another leader. I'm going to click on this and I'm going to say pre-engineered LVL with all specs by the manufacturer. I can't spell for some reason. There. Okay, I'm just going to match this one to that one. Booyah. And I'm going to copy that and I'm going to put it over on the other side, just so we know. That the same thing goes here. Put one here. And I'm going to put one over here. Sometimes you have to click this nearest so that you can go in here and just put it wherever you want to. Otherwise, it wants to put it where it wants to. I think I want to move this one over. To there so that I can get that other corner too. There. Now we need to talk about the wall itself. So I'm going to go to leader and I'm going to put this one outside. 8-inch CMU foundation wall on continuous. And let's give the size. 24 by 12 continuous concrete footing with 2 number 4 rebars. Okay, I'll match the current ones just the same as we did to the other ones. So now I got that. Lastly, I need to pause because my wife is here. So I'm gonna click on leader again. And make sure I touch that. And I'm gonna call this 16 by 16 CMU pier on 36 by 36 by 12 concrete footing with number 4 rebars at 8 inches. No, let's not do that. At 8 inches on center each way. And that thing is always doing that. Okay. And then I'm going to center it and bring it above all of this. Well, I didn't do it. Above objects. Come on, man. Give me a break. Bring above objects. It does not like that. Wait a minute. I guess I need to turn the background on. Yes. Okay. Your background should already be on. I don't know why this one's not. Okay. Lastly, I need to, or not lastly, but almost lastly, I'm going to talk about pre-engineered LVL with all specs by the manufacturer. Man, the manufacturer. Copy that and then bring it up just a little bit, maybe too much. I'm going to turn it off, turn off my, hit F3 to turn off your snaps. And I guess I ought to say something about this beam pocket too. Okay, so this is a 4.5 inch, and my diagonals are not set either, by 4.5 inch beam pocket. Sometimes you also see how the twos are underneath there. You'll go to line spacing and hit exact. It'll raise those just above it. And then I want to center it. There. Only thing I need to do now is say that this is the foundation plan. I need to copy it. Wait a minute. Yep. Foundation plan. Boom. All right. Make sure you save. See ya.